Newspapers have sold in Prague these past 2 days as never before. A nation that has taken only the most superficial interest in the utterances of the Communist Party has been reading its papers from front to back. And generally, it seems that what they read about their new government, they like. The people are promised more of the good things of life, which have been thin on the ground for so many years. Not that anyone would claim that Czechoslovakia is yet on the brink of being a shopper's paradise. This country is living a good 15 years behind the West in terms of visible economic prosperity. Prague this summer is packed to capacity with tourists. Some may have come for the excitement, although the visitors soon discover that the Czechs are not a people given to taking to the barricades, verbally any more than physically. People are happy that the government seems to be taking a line of its own against the pressures from Russia.
Our government and our Communist Party tried to do their own politics, not only as other socialist countries want. For example, Soviet Union, Poland, and East German Republic, because people in this country feel such small nation, and they don't like when somebody orders what they have to do.
What do you think of the situation here?
I think that in this country it's all right.
It's all right. What do you think of the situation with the Russians?
I think that our Russian friends are only friends, but we want in our country do so ourselves without his help.
Without Russian interference or help.
Yes, yes.
And do you like Mr. Dubček?
Yes, I like very much like Mr. Dubček.
From the hill above Prague, Czechoslovakia has been governed by presidents both liberal and communist. President, Communist Party and Roman Catholic Church all exercise power from this single hilltop. Too often there's been a loss of contact between the rulers on the hill and the ruled in the city below. Now the government of Mr. Dubček is promising not merely government of the people, but by the people. Mr. Dubček particularly has been alive to the power to charm through television. Foreign news editor of Czechoslovak television is Dr. Duna Havličková.
Now, how is it possible for your government to get closer to the people?
Well, I'm a journalist, so I think that it's possible by using the television, radio, and the press, and especially, of course, the television. For instance, our TV news has more than 5 million spectators in one day. So if Mr. Dubček or the Prime Minister, Mr. Černík, use the television to tell something to the people, it's the best thing to speak it in the television.
But it's this freedom of the Czechoslovak press and television that's worrying the Russians and others, isn't it?
Well, I think so that it is, because a few months ago there was not freedom in press in our country and in the other socialist country as well. And after the January of this year, government established the freedom of the press, and everybody who is not used to it is shocked by the statements and by the opinions of some journalists which are now published in the press. There were used that in press and in the television there must be only official statement, the statement of the government or the Communist Party, and now it's completely changed. So there is the reason they are really shocked and they are afraid of it.
Here in Prague, there's a saying, in your own kitchen you cook what you like. It's obvious, after all, that the Czechoslovaks don't want to quarrel with the Russians. This is a communist country and it's going to stay one. But is it going to end up virtually occupied like East Germany, or disappointed in its hopes for freedom like Poland? Or is it going to go steadily ahead with ever greater prosperity like the Yugoslavs? Well, the answer to at least half of all that depends on the Russians.